right? Let's start with Lil Durk. All right.
Oh man.
So we're gonna go
Man,
ahead
that
and
nigga, I
play a little
feel
bit of
bad for that
this.
nigga. That nigga was addicted.
Hey, Terrell and
Away from
Tanya,
getting away.
Chicago-born rapper Lil Durk appeared before a federal judge in Florida this morning. He was arrested there Thursday in a murder-for-hire plot. Coming off his first Grammy win earlier this year, Chicago-bred rapper Lil Durk is now facing charges in connection to a murder-for-hire plot. The 32-year-old was born Dirk Banks. U.S. Marshals took Banks into custody on Thursday in Broward County. Banks appeared in federal bond court this morning. Now, details about the rapper's arrest or charges have not been released. 5 members of Dirk's Only the Family group, also known as OTF, were indicted by a California grand jury this week on charges of conspiracy to commit murder for hire. Banks' arrest comes just weeks after he was named in a lawsuit which alleges the rapper had a hand in a 2020 gang-related deadly shooting of a Chicago rapper, FBG Duck, born Carlton Weekly. Weekly was killed in the Gold Coast neighborhood by a group of masked men as he waited to enter a high-end store. 6 purported gang members were convicted of carrying out Weekly's murder. Weekly's mother spoke with ABC7's Karen Jordan after filing the lawsuit.
Not a day goes by that I don't think about him and the life that was taken from him.
Now, Lil Durk and his team did not comment on that lawsuit. We'll be sure to update you when we learn more about the charges the rapper is now facing.
All right. So thoughts on Lil Durk being arrested on murder for hire?
It's a wrap for him. I don't see how you get out of that. Old buddy, they tried to hit old buddy up a few times, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. This is probably comes across wrong, but nigga, when people do bad stuff, I be wanting them to get away sometimes.
Why?
I don't know. I just think I hate that the good people always win. That shit is stupid.
But there is no good people in this situation.
I don't know. Just like when I watch movies, like I want it to end bad sometimes. I don't. Like,
Yeah, but
I
this
don't
is
want
a
there to be
little different. I understand the villain in the movie, but when it comes to real people dying, getting killed, and getting murdered for hire, let me add a little bit more context. So, for example, one of the people, well, number one, I believe that innocent until proven guilty. All right, I'm gonna stay with that. But if this is something that he did do, hypothetically speaking, if he did do it, then number one, and this is just the first time that he got caught. Number one, and then number two, I don't know if y'all familiar. I'm pretty sure Quentin isn't. Quando Rondo, last year, I believe, it was this big thing because his friend got murdered and got killed out in California.
Mm-hmm.
That hit was actually supposed to be, and Quando Rondo was another rapper. The hit was supposed to be on him, but his friend wound up getting killed as a result of it. Turns out that this is the thing that they actually arrested him for in this whole murder for hire plot. So, it's a
Wasn't
little
Quando
different.
Rondo in the whole thing with what's the other one that died as Lil Durk friend?
King Vaughn.
King Bond.
King
King Von.
Vaughn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I
was the one
don't
that was
know.
fighting him.
I don't
Yeah,
understand
yeah.
what's going on. Honestly, I really don't understand what's going on.
What happened
Um,
was King Vaughn was he was in in Atlanta, and somehow he wound up right in front of Quando Rondo, squared up
Mm-hmm.
with him, started beating him up, and in the midst of him beating Buddy up, somebody opened fire, and King Vaughn
I
went
knew I
down
remember him being
permanently.
there with King Von. Yeah, there you go. Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, no, Quando Rondo was fighting him, and then he was
Mm-hmm.
from what I that's what the story that
Crazy.
I heard, and I guess that's what I saw. I couldn't make out nobody but King Vaughn in the video, but yeah, one of his homies unloaded, and
That's
Vaughn went
crazy.
down. Yeah, I just didn't understand like why Vaughn was fighting him in the beginning. That's the part that I never understood. Like, it's so weird, man. It's just like, man, you don't have to like. It's too late. Like, you don't have to live that life no more. Like, just man, I don't care what's going on, man. Get your money. You got kids now. Like, you don't gotta live that life no more, man. Like,
Is it
But
somebody is texting like crazy? Is it possible to ever get out of that life? Do you think
Quentin.
it's possible?
uh,
Yeah.
I guess not.
I don't
I guess
understand why
not.
Lil Durk is in it though.
Well, he
I
always
don't
been in
understand
it,
why
I
Lil Durk is
guess.
in
You
it.
say
He's like
what?
the most successful out of all of them. He's like the most successful. He
Well,
has like he just got like nominated for a Grammy with that song, that All My Life song.
Yeah, no thing he got arrested from is from 2002, 2022.
so basically they all from the same hood, Mika. Vaughn and Dirk. They from the same
Yeah, I
hood. And
heard.
so what it
But then I
was
saw something today.
Vaughn Vaughn got popular because he was making songs about the dudes that he was pretty much doing the
Killing.
hits on for Lil Durk. And he was making
Okay,
music.
so
He was
so
making the
that
songs
so
off that.
that song that be like hit him in the side, hit him in the side. That one is a murder
Yeah,
song
yeah,
too. Oh,
that's him.
I gotta
That's
stop singing
him.
that
That's
song.
him talking. Yeah, like man. And the song
Not from
sound good.
63rd.
The song sounds
Can
good.
you
That's
can
not
I'm
you
from
not
can
gonna lie.
you
The song
63rd. I
sound
don't
good,
even know
but
what that is, but the song is
can
fire.
you rap for us, Mika? Can you rap for us real quick for like a little couple bars?
Yeah. What you want me to say? You want me to write my own stuff
Any,
or
anything?
anything?
Just say something.
Can you
Just
please ignore Quentin? Quentin is in weirdo mode right now. I
that
don't know
woman
what
do
that is.
not rap for free. that
But
woman
no,
do not rap for free.
but hold on.
No.
What I'm trying to
That's why I
figure
say
out
other people's
is,
stuff.
do y'all think that it's ever really possible for a person to let that hood up out of them? Is it any way that you can truly like
Yeah.
divest yourself from your past in that way?
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, so let me ask you a second. Let me ask you a question, Carrie. You don't think that hood mentality or things remnants from the hood stick with you forever?
Not to the point where you operate from that place. No.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Hmm. How long do you
No.
think it takes for you to grow out of it?
I think it depends on the person, and I think it depends on where they are. Like I'm a firm believer of if you want to make certain changes, you probably have to change your people, places, and things. So the people who have stayed, probably a lot harder, but I don't know. It depends on the person.
Hmm.
Yeah. I
I
mean, I
agree.
know
I
plenty of
agree with
people
that.
who came from the hood and they're, you wouldn't necessarily know unless they told you their story. And then there's some who I can go back to my hometown and I probably know exactly where to find them. Or I can go to where they have moved to and guess where they are. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
They're not from 63rd.
Now the one thing I will say is what Carrie said was right. It depends on the person, but the majority, they not changing. They not changing.
yeah.
I saw a video the other day of these young boys. Um, some foreign dude was interviewing these young boys. They was like in Miami. I don't know where they was at. It don't matter where they was at. Man, he asked them. He asked them. He was like, "Could y'all ever like just move on past the beef?" And these kids, man, they like between 17 and 21. 17
That's
and 21. And they said, no, the beef ain't gonna never end. The beef is gonna go with our sons. We gonna kill their sons if we have to. I'm just
That's
like, come
insane.
on, man.
That's
No,
insane.
that some people they never getting out of that. They never getting out of it. Never.
Well, yeah. Well, right. Some, but some. I agree. I agree.
No, but I still agree with you though, Carrie. Like some people, they like they see too much, and they just like, no, I can't
Is it
take this no
most
more.
people or is it some people?
It's a lot of people. They not changing. They not changing. They live for that shit. They thrive off of it. It's evil. It's evil. People's spirits are completely tainted, and they thriving off that shit, man. The spirits is feeding off of them, all them energy harvests and all that shit got them doing all kind of wild shit and believing like this is the way you gotta be. Man, it's crazy how people think, man. It's crazy. Like they feel like there's no other way.
You know, it's just funny. It's almost like they get money and they still the same person.
I
Exactly.
don't, but I think it really does change as they get older. I'm really trying to
Hmm.
think of people in my, in,
I don't know. I don't know.
I,
You know,
I,
let me tell you why, Carrie. Because I've seen dudes on YouTube, not even on YouTube. I've seen videos on YouTube of guys that get of a certain age, they be 50, still having the same mentality. I know motherfuckers that's 50 and 60 still banging.
no, I agree
That shit
with you
is
that there are some.
insane.
I'm just trying to think of like the people. I'm scrolling through my Facebook page in my head of people from my hometown. Like I'm just really thinking, and a lot of them who either have moved away and started families and businesses, or the ones that I can think of that are still back at home, they're older, so they're not. They might still. You would probably still say they're like. Well, I won't say it on here. They're probably still around, but they're not doing the same things.
Mm.
I don't know, Carrie, because I can tell you right now, like everybody I went to school with, and I do mean everybody, it's probably like a 0.00 something percent that have moved away from DC to do something or doing something out of like the ordinary. They're all doing the same thing. They live the same places. They talk to the same people. They having babies by the same men. That like they're still there.
Well,
You know what's so
I'm thinking about the men right now.
Those two that they're still there. Like, and these are the people like I went to like high school with.
I don't
Yeah,
even
that's what
know
I'm.
if even if they
I'm
like let's say you get a decent job, right? And you can eventually move out of the hood or whatever like that. I still see the majority of these guys still got a lot of them still got the same mentality.
They
See, I
do.
can't say that. I honestly can't say that.
And I'm not saying
I
everybody.
no, I hear you, but I think that I see more of a difference once they hit a certain age. I I really do. I don't hear like people aren't dying. People my age and older from my hometown, they're not dying from being shot in the street or they're dying from heart disease. They're dying from like
I see
cancer. They're
dudes
dying
that I grew up in the hood, like my brother's friends and stuff that's older. Man, it seemed like it'd be a funeral every other month.
for like violence.
Yeah, for getting caught up in stuff that they ain't supposed to be
But
in.
see, you're from Detroit, and you guys are from bigger cities. I'm from a urban town, but I'm from a town. Like I'm not from a
Yeah,
big
that's
major.
different. Yeah,
So
yeah, that's way
I
different.
mean, DC, I mean, it depends on where you live at. Like, I live on the northwest side. Southeast, you might see a body every day, but northwest is a little different.
You know,
But
somebody in the
at the end of
chat
the
said
day, it's
something
still
pretty.
it's a small city. It's a very small city.
Somebody in the chat said something pretty interesting. They said they only change when they have to. Look at Steven Jackson. That is a perfect
Steven
example.
Jackson ain't changed.
He has not
That nigga ain't
changed.
never changed.
And
who's
former
That
Steven
nigga
NBA
ain't
Jackson?
play,
never changed.
former NBA player, made millions of
Nope.
dollars, still on his hood shit.
Man, that dude will
Is that
fight
the
you
one
right now.
he kept getting caught with the gun? Is that him?
Nah, he was
No,
he be on
that's John
actually he was
Moran.
on All the Smoke. He's on this podcast called All the Smoke with Matt Barnes. And I actually
Oh,
reviewed one of their videos where they interviewed Kamala Harris.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Oh man,
Okay,
listen.
I know who you're talking about
Steven
now.
Jackson.
The dark
Steven
skinned one.
Jackson was in the Steven Jackson was in the brawl between the Pacers and the Pistons.
He was.
He's the main. He's the main man. He the main one. Ran up in the stands,
He did.
throwing throwing
All that
fists
thug
at
shit, that shit is
anybody.
not sweet. That's
You
that
know
not
Man,
who it
kissing the
listen.
real
is?
stuff.
I
What's that guy's
guarantee you
name?
to this day,
Hernandez.
he'll do the same thing right now and he won't care.
Yeah,
He'll do the
I agree.
same thing.
He got
I
all the
agree.
smoke on his T-shirt, so okay.
That's the name of their
That's
podcast.
the name of the podcast. That
Well,
dude don't care.
What's his
He ain't gonna
name?
never
Slimmy.
Steven
Aaron
Steven
Hernandez.
Jackson
No, Aaron
or Aaron
Hernandez.
Hernandez.
And
Yeah,
Aaron
that
Hernandez
man
was the
was
same
still
way.
that
You're
that
right.
man was still doing what he was doing.
You're right. He sure
No,
did.
no,
You are
no.
100% correct. Aaron Hernandez. That's correct.
No, that is the
But did he
most
catch a
insane.
charge?
That's
He
why.
did.
He did now.
Oh, he
Yep.
died. Oh,
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
got
did.
he committed suicide.
He did.
I
After
don't
he
think. I
got
Mm-hmm.
don't.
after he got
But he
convicted
was
and
he was
after
doing
he
them
ended up in
bodies.
prison for the rest of his life.
After he
Yeah,
started doing
I
it
don't
to a
think.
dude in prison, he hung himself.
I don't think he deleted
damn.
himself. I think somebody got to him. They weren't playing no games. They
Nah,
weren't. I think
That
he was
man
that nigga
that
playing
was
man
nuts,
games.
had
bro.
bodies though.
That nigga was
He was a
nuts.
gang member in the NFL. Couldn't
Yep.
Yes.
leave that life alone.
That's correct.
He's the starting tight end on a Super Bowl team. Come on, man, a Super Bowl team.
Yep.
He's about
That's
to be
true.
a superstar.
It's like so I brought him up to say you can have all of that. If that mindset is still there, it doesn't matter.
These niggas be
It don't
having
matter.
gray in they beard, millionaires, and
Gray in their
still,
beard.
and it's just like somebody said in the chat. Steven Jackson was checking in on O Block just a couple years ago. Dumb as fuck, bro.
Yeah, he wasn't he walking around.
Man, this nigga was so ignorant. It's the same thing,
Man,
different day, bro.
man, who was that walking around like I'm in O Block?
Not
It's a
me.
grown man though. It's an old head.
Not me.
Oh man, maybe that was Steven Jackson, man. And I was just astonished. I'm like, why are you
Okay, I know
there?
what O Block is, but what is it exactly? Is it like an
It's a
actual street?
neighborhood. It's a hood in
Okay.
The
Chicago.
projects.
I know it's a
It's the
Yeah,
hood. I
project.
just didn't know like what it was.
it's a hood in
Man,
Chicago.
it's the projects in Chicago. It looked like it's one way in, one way out type shit. That's what it looked like. Like it's
Yeah.
Is
one
it
way
like
in, one way.
I've never been to Chicago, so
Listen, y'all could claim that CTE shit if y'all want to. That don't
what's a
get you to start
CTE?
that. This is brain from injuries and playing football.
Oh, you're
Y'all
talking
can
about
claim
okay,
that
I thought you was talking
CTE
about
shit if
head.
y'all want to. CTE
No,
don't how you putting murderous hits out on people. Come on, man. Come on, bro.
no. Man, listen. I ain't buying that CTE shit. I ain't buying that. No. Aaron Hernandez, he was about that life.
Whack
You can
100
see
is
Yeah,
some
he
of
another
them
one.
gang
was.
signs and stuff during the game.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you can see a lot of man. Man, listen, hold on. Now that I think about it, this dude Jason Terry was a NBA champion, 40 years old, still throwing up gang signs, talking about real crip during the game after he
These people are.
scored.
Somebody is texting their ass off.
That is
Um,
Quentin all the
Quentin,
I
way.
could you
told you it was Quentin.
Quentin at least mute it, dog, or something
Quentin
like that, bro?
all the way.
Yeah, he
I'm
talking
not.
about everybody else.
I
Fuck,
want
bro.
anything that comes across my screen to go. It sounds that way.
No, it's sending. I know the sending sounds
It's
and the
like do
receiving sounds.
do
It's like
Come on, man.
do
At least
do
just mute the shit. Like just turn it down or something,
do.
bro. Um,
Ain't crazy, man.
Jesus Christ. This nigga trying to get some pussy hard like a motherfucker,
I
man.
don't
Y'all
have. I don't do. I don't do that.
Quentin is
well.
trying to get some box because you can't be texting a nigga that fast. Listen, it ain't look, the only person I'm texting, it's only two different situations where I'm texting that quick.
Oh,
Either I'm responding on some, hey, what you listen, you coming through or what? Or I'm trying to get some money. One of the two. So if you
Oh my
text,
god.
Someone just
if you
texted me
text,
and said that girl at the top right is really pretty.
nigga, you know, no, nigga, you've been going back and forth hard.